So next, I'll welcome Madhumati Barki. She is a general practitioner with over 2 decades of international experience, specialized in preventive and promotive curative aspects of chronic acute illness. She has been a medical director and a been adolescent teens mentor in all aspects of health, physical and emotional, with a 360-degree of holistic approach towards alignments. She conducts transformation, neuroscience, stress management, pain management, and holistic transformations, workshops, and one-on-one sessions too. She also helps women's health through unique approach from nutritional psychology, social aspects, leading to optimal healing and empowerment. As a transformation neuroscience mentor, she is a passionate about brightening bringing the changes in an individual with a blend unique way of dealing with individual biology. So here I welcome you, Madhumati Barki. Over to you, Madhumati.
Yeah, very good morning to everyone. Very nice to see all the bright faces. And at the outset, I would like to say that I'm very thankful to be here on this platform on this auspicious day, which is the World Transformation Day. And my name is Dr. Madhumati Barki. I live in Dubai and I've been practicing as a general practitioner for the last 2 decades in various international specialized clinics. So today I'll be speaking about transformation through a holistic approach towards optimum health. So I'll just be sharing the screen to show you my presentation. Okay. So let's look into what exactly is holistic health. During my practice, initially, I have been a general practitioner in rural areas of India. And I was so stunned to see the practice going on there according to the demand of the patients. Patients came and asked for particular medicines, and I felt I was not doing justice to this practice of medicine. I felt when we do not treat the underlying cause of the disease, no matter what medications you take, no matter what you do, but you cannot transform without a holistic approach to any type of disease. So, this has been my passion, and I'll take you to a journey through some concepts about holistic approach and how you can transform radically. Holistic medicine is a form of healing, and how? Through aligning your body, mind, and soul, including your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And it is an individual approach towards optimal health and wellness. There has to be a perfect balance with all the bodily functions, and the mind and senses are filled with bliss when you have such a mindset and start living in that particular way. So, I would like to take some 5 aspects of personal health here and mention that these are the 5 dimensions of health which are playing vital role in our achieving optimum health. So, the first one would be physical, emotional is the second, third is social, fourth one could be the spiritual, and finally the mental. So, how do we approach through the physical aspect of health? This is one dimension of holistic well being. And here we deal with the state of how your body functions. A holistic approach is basically based on changing your lifestyle. Especially, this is important when you have to approach all the chronic illness through prevention. So, it's very necessary to understand there is a deep connection between the underlying disease and your mind. Our lifestyle is dependent on how we think and how we respond to the world around us. So, what are the factors which contribute for the physical aspect of health? Our diet, nutrition, lifestyle, fitness, and adequate sleep, which we all know these embody the physical aspect of overhealth. So, how can we do these lifestyle modifications? I think this is a big challenge these days. Despite all the advances in technology, in the pharmaceuticals and procedural and surgical skills, we have not made any significant strides in preventing chronic illness. Why is that so? Because modern medicine has failed terribly in not understanding the connection between disease and mind. And if we are not motivated to change our lifestyle, which is dependent on how we think and feel about the world around us, so it is going to be very difficult to transform. So let me just go through these risk factors for chronic illness, which we all know, but I would like to highlight on some, which are like the age, gender, family history, and excessive smoking, alcohol intake, high blood pressure, diabetes, and postmenopausal state, physical inactivity leading to obesity, and these risk factors cause endothelial dysfunction, predisposing to cardiovascular diseases and many inflammatory diseases, autoimmune disorders, arthritis, and some natural things where we are seeing routinely in our practice these days as vitamin D deficiency because of non exposure to sunlight, air pollution, environmental pollution, and sleep apnea because of shift roles of duties where people are not getting enough sleep, and hormone replacement therapy in women due to hormonal disorders. These are some of the causes I would like to name, and you can achieve it by changing your lifestyle modifications. Coming to the next one is the emotional aspect of health. This is an important part of overall health because when we are not in control of our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, then it's not possible to live the best possible life. So it's all about bringing in changes in an individual with a blended, unique way of dealing with each individual's biology, psychology, neurochemistry, endocrinology, which can assist in turn in a human behavioral change, leading to self empowerment, improved relationships, and radical transformation. So, how do we do this? We just have to be in this moment, right now, and acknowledge all our emotions. It could be any simple thing like anger, fear, guilt, shame, whatever, and be in that moment and try to reprogram them. And how do we reprogram them? Whenever you are in such emotions, just take a piece of paper and pen and jot down your emotions. That's a way of letting go of your emotions. It's been very helpful in overcoming all the emotions. There is a recent research which has been supporting holistic lifestyle, and that I would like to mention here is psychoimmunoneurology. It's a correlation between psychology, the behavioral science, neuroscience, immunology, physiology, endocrinology, genetics, and all sciences. So, what do they say? Always new neurons are formed in the hippocampus whenever there is a response to learning and changing emotional patterns, even if it is in our old age. So, there is a message that it's never too late to change. There is no age, no bar to change our non serving habits. Hence, holistic approach is appropriate for all ages. Now, we all know, according to neuroscience, there is a triune brain theory, which refers to three parts of brain: the reptilian, the mammalian, and the human brain. brain, it's responsible for basic body functions such as this involuntary or normal breathing, a heartbeat, or sleep, excretion, and they act as a switch between our emotions and body. So, whenever you are in different emotions, they can trigger different body responses. So, it's always best to be aware of our emotions since they help in and support us in the proper functioning of the body. The next one is limbic system or the mammalian brain, which is the seat of emotions, which looks into particular responses to particular stimuli based on our past experiences. So these have got a role to play in anxiety, depression, post-traumatic stress disorders, and it's very important to acknowledge this and seek help as this supports emotional well-being and finding methods to overall, achieve this optimal health. The third one is neocortex or the human brain. This helps us find meaning in our daily life experiences and recognize the patterns between the past, present, and future. So, looking at this and reprogramming the patterns gives better results. So, depending upon the physiology and pathways, our autonomic nervous system is divided into sympathetic and parasympathetic. Of course, I'm not dealing with anatomy, but if we understand these simple things, it really helps us how we react in our life, how we respond, and how these are in turn causing some neurohormonal pathways which are affecting our daily course lifestyle modifications. So, when we are responding with our sympathetic nervous system, which always acts in a flight or fight response, that means an abundant amount of cortisol is released, and this cortisol is responsible for stress. So, to fight stress, you need not be operating from the sympathetic nervous system. It is of vital importance that you are always present in the now and respond with your parasympathetic nervous system, which acts in the rest and digest mode. And that is activated by many hormones. So, when we are aligned with these neurohormonal pathways, which are normally formed before the age 7, and they keep on fortifying during adolescence by repetitive behaviors. So, being conscious about our behaviors, our thoughts, our emotions, and trying to reframe and reprogram them has gained a vital importance, and that is our new branch called neuroplasticity. Now, coming to the social aspect of health during this COVID times, I know every one of us have been, seriously affected by this, where we have not been able to go out, communicate with each other, and that human to human connection has been, seriously affected. So, I can say that Amplify has been doing a very good job on this day to connect us amidst this crisis, to be on this platform and arrange so many speakers who can motivate and transform on this platform. Social health, it's our ability to interact and form meaningful relationship with others. It relates how comfortably we can adapt in social situations. Social relationships, they have a deep impact on our mental health, physical health, and on mortality risks. So, contributing on holistic lifestyle is of vital importance. Sociologists have created a link between social relationships and health outcomes. Studies show that social relationships, both quality and quantity, are having a short and long term effects on our health. So, it's very important to build and maintain healthy relationships of all sorts with different individuals. Coming to the spiritual aspect of health, as far as I'm concerned, it has been creating a tremendous transformation in me. And I know that during this past 1.5 to 2 years, it's been the same with throughout the world. Because spiritual health includes a purposeful life, transcendence, and actualization of different dimensions and capacities of human beings. Spiritual health creates a balance between your physical, psychological, and social aspects of human life. It refers to an enhanced realization of human connection with the higher power, with themselves, other humans, and nature. So, here I would like to mention about meditation, journaling, practicing affirmations, and yoga, looking at things in different perspectives, grounding yourself with nature, deep breathing techniques can create tremendous um, changes in your daily life. Mental health, as defined by World Health Organization, it's a state of well-being in which the individual realizes his or her own abilities and they can cope with the normal stresses of life. They can work productively and fruitfully and able to make a contribution to the whole community. Good mental health contributes to holistic well being. So, how can you achieve good mental health? By taking care of yourself, by thinking positive in any given circumstances, and being present here in this moment, and having a healthy mindset. So, what are the benefits of holistic approach? As I mentioned, it has got improved physical, mental, emotional, social, and spiritual health. And it has a vital role in disease prevention. Holistic medicine concentrates on prevention of chronic and acute illness rather than just treating only the symptoms. Here, we are concentrating on diagnosing the underlying etiology of specific disease. It respects each patient's unique physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and environmental strengths and challenges the honors each patient's values, health beliefs, and health experience. There is a personalized attention given in holistic medicine, taken into account the individuality of each person, and as it isn't a general approach. Here, there is use of natural methods and it gives an increased mental clarity, happiness, and a positive energy to each individual. There is decreased stress, anxiety, and overwhelm. There is more self awareness and alignment with the highest version of yourself. So, how is it different from allopathy? It looks at lifestyle rather than symptomatic treatment. There is no dependency on long term medications and it caters to individual needs. It always is a 360-degree approach looking at all aspects of health, use of natural resources and methods, and there is fewer side effects. So, how do we approach? What are the methods of holistic approach? You need to find healthy emotional outlets, be proactive in your growth, practice mindfulness and meditation, and continue to learn. There is never an age bar to learn. Create healthy habits, treat your body with natural, healthy, organic, nutritious foods and remedies. Indulge in regular self care. Be intentional with where you place your energy. So, how do you find healthy emotional outlets? Either you are seeking a therapist, playing a sport, or creating art. Always find way to express your emotions. When we go through difficult things without a way to express it, it can get bottled up inside and cause us to get angry or sick. Journaling or writing has always been such a therapeutic practice and a great outlet to let your emotions. Find out what works for you and make time for that thing as much as possible. Some other ideas for emotional outlets could be dancing, working out, singing, swimming, art, crafts, or doing anything that you are passionate about. Another important aspect is self talk and self esteem. It's very important what you talk when you are alone to yourself. Never say something that you do not want to happen in your life. Always say positive things. I am enough. I'm the best. I can do it. So, this kind of thoughts can or self talk can help you build a deep connection between your body, your emotions and soul. And because having awareness creates a great impact on these areas as they are connected and influence each other. For example, when there is an anxious person, he can have many physical symptoms like headaches or stomach aches, but a holistic doctor will aim to treat not only the emotional issues but the physical ones too. For example, in depression, there, a holistic therapist would want to understand his family systems, relationships, and social issues, which are causing an impact on his depression. So, understanding these factors, how they influence, is very important, and having a good self esteem. So, being intentional with your thoughts, words, and actions can have a deep impact on how you create healthy habits. So I think I'm running out of time where I had more to speak, but I'll be quitting some of them and deal with this important where how intentional you are on where you're placing your energy. Be aware of where you place your energy and where you give your attention. Your time and energy is precious, and do not waste it on something which does not matter. So do what feels most important to you and focus on those things. There is no one right way to have or live a holistic lifestyle, but at its core, it's just caring for your entire self and being mindful. To finally conclude, I would say transformation means to me reassessing and then taking action on redefining and remolding me to the best of my ability. So that means, in a nutshell, self care, self awareness, and mindfulness, cultivating healthy and sustainable habits, continuing to grow personally, and taking a holistic approach to healing is remembering to nurture every part of ourself and our lives, which are connected. So, transform your lives with a holistic approach. And you can approach me on my website, drmadhu.online. I thank the whole Amplify team for giving me this opportunity on this transformation day to share my ideas and views on how to approach holistically towards optimum health. Thank you.
Amazing session by Dr. Madhumati. Thank you very much for coming and sharing your knowledge with the world, and indeed being a transforming agent here. So up
Thank
next
you.
is